The Flash movie about the everything we know, the story so far. The Flash will feature Supergirl and Michael Keaton's long-awaited return the role of Batman. Here's everything we know about the story so far. Ezra Miller will return as Barry Allen in upcoming DCU film. The Flash and here's everything we know about the story so far. Ezra Miller iteration of the Flash film was the first teaser in the Batman vs Superman. The Dawn of Justice before making the first full appearance in Justice League as a role that was later improved and expanded on in the director cut Justice Snyder in Justice League. With his first slow film set to release in 2022, his next performance is highly anticipated as it will also see the long-awaited returns of Michael Keaton as a Batman of Tim Burton classic film. But there's some to be even more look that forward into the Flash. The Barry Allen version of the Beyond Scarlet Spider's debut in the 1956 and seen his anticipation alternate timelines and the multiverse have also been closely tied to the character and stories. The very first iteration of the Flash was the Greek host 1940s Golden Age adventure and reference in very first appearance. This might have been conclusion at the first given that both Joy and Barry know and work along as Superman, but this was explained in the 1960s Flash of Two Worlds, a historic story that popularized and the concept of alternative universe in the superhero genre. Barry and Joy were each the Flash in their respective realities and each know a version of Superman. Their power allowed them to visit other universe and work together in occasion. Similarly, the Reverse Flash occurs then way in the Flash greatest memes yet as was the born in the 50th centuries. Townsend and Barry invoice time travel and ability granted to both of them thanks to their power of super speed. The Flash entertainingly mind-blind travels through time with and the multiverse has been the subject of not only comics but their adaptation as well. The most notable example of his the 21 2001 2014 live action Arrowverse TV series The Flash, but their concept were teased in the DCU as well in Dawn of Justice and Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. Barry time travels through time a prevent alternative and apocalypse future from coming to pass. It seems that his ability will be placed front and center in the upcoming DCU film as teased by of its DC fan Down previous. The Barry Allen creates a new Flash costumes. Barry wore a new version of his classic superhero costume, both version of Justice League and a brief cameo in The Suicide Squad. The outfit was described by the Bruce Wayne able to reset extreme cold and comparable friction to that space shuttle's experience daring recently in the addition to being extremely protected of Barry. The suit was stylish, keeping the signature red color and lighting both logo while appearing more armor than the comics version. As a show as showing in the fan down preview, Barry will be getting a new and even more comics accurate suit in the 2022 The Flash, and there a fictionally potential reason why during the Arrowverse crisis in Infinity Earth Crossverse event, the TV version of Barry Allen played the Grant Gustin briefly spoke into the Ezra Miller iteration is version of Barry completing the other costume. Notice the protective of the DCU suit, the comfort and cleanness and awareness costume Barry new suit. The Flash may be completed and other costume, noting the protective of the DCU suit and the comfort and sleekness of the awareness costume. Very new suit in the Flash may be inspired by his brief interaction as Arrowverse counterpart. Moreover, the DCU Barry has not referred to as the Flash yet, but he learns of his moniker from the Arrowverse Barry and will most likely use name in the DCU now. The Barry Allen time travel back in time and creates Flashpoint. The fan-down trailer for The Flash also revealed that Barry may be time back into time to prevent his mother's death. The similarly to 2001 2011 comics storyline called Flashpoint, his which Barry attempts to save his mother, work havoc on the timeline, creating an apocalyptic present day that he must reverse. Along with the defecting his nameless the reverse flash, the comics version Flashpoint refined in the measure continually revert for the DCU multiverse, DCU universe, which was the relaunched under in the new 52 line of in the Flash is a live action adaptation of DC Comics story The Flashpoint. There may be signifying a reformation for the DCU. The Flash, how Keaton's Batman could challenge afflicate Batman on the no-kill rule. Assuming the Barry attempts to save his mother through timetable, he might also create a warp in the timeline and he have the repairing it. The Flash could result in major continuity shakeup for the DCU, given that there are no plans for further appearances by Henry Cavill's Superman or new Zack Snyder Justice League movie. A continually even like this is impossible, given that there are other DCU films like Black Adam, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and Shazam Fury of Gods is a production and continually of the timeline established before the Flash. A mature community shake-up seemed unlikely and had reboot impossible. Instead, the Barry will most likely return the timeline in its original form by the ends. So guys, thank you so much. Tata, bye bye.